Hi everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Liam, and on this channel I review RuPaul's... I feel like I need wine. I feel like I really do need it in my hands. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so, if you don't know who I am, my name is Liam, and on this channel we watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and then you come here, and then for whatever reason, I am your choice to sit and talk to about it. So the whole thing at the beginning there with Kennedy being ultra sensitive about what Thorgy had written on the mirror, that was taken a bit to the extreme. That was not offensive in any way. What Milk kind of wrote at the end was more annoying than anything. Thorgy was just trying to be funny. So the whole drama that was happening between Milk and Kennedy was weird. Like, Milk, okay, you guys know that throughout this whole thing, Milk has been, I'm very attracted to Milk in boy form and girl form. It depends on the look. But this is like the further we're getting on throughout the season, Milk has become more and more unattractive to me purely because of his shitty attitude and things that he's saying. And the delusion, we'll get into that. But what, essentially, oh God, I have mascara in my eye. Okay, so essentially what Milk was saying was exactly what Kennedy said in her like, her back room thing. Basically you're saying, fuck your drag, which is exactly, oh God, which is exactly what she was saying. Oh God. Sometimes you just get mascara in your eye. Sometimes it just happens. But while the whole fight and the drama's going on, which I'm living for, by the way, I'm loving Aja's position here. She's staying in her lane. She's so laser focused. I am very much rooting for Aja. She's got it. She's here to win. And she's just being very mature in this contest. So even during the practice sessions with Chi-Chi and Shangela, you could just see that Chi-Chi's feeling so small and defeated. I'm having flashbacks to how Adore was feeling. Like they have that same, I don't belong here kind of look on their face, which is exactly kind of what Chi-Chi was saying and exactly what Adore had said. So I gotta say, Jeffrey, I don't know if it's like the lighting that he was in or if it was whatever, but he is just like, his eye, the light's reflecting on his eyes. He's got these big puppy dog eyes. I just wanna like lick him. Ben did amazing. I am so proud of Ben. Honestly, when we started this whole review thing back 3 episodes ago, I don't think Ben was like in my top, like when we started, when he won a challenge, I was like, yeah. But before this whole series began, Ben wasn't really up there for me, killing it on every front. So this challenge, I'm so glad that Trixie is still here for this challenge because it's like, it's improv. It's essentially what we know Trixie for not for improv, but you know what I mean? Like with the show and her own show on Viceland, well, the same thing essentially, but it's all about stuff that's in the moment and it's not scripted and it's improv. Like it is improv. And it's just like, this is where Trixie could shine in a way that she never got to in her other season. So I was so excited to see this, and I'll get into that later, but during the introduction stage, Trixie killed it. She did such a good job. It was funny, she was in character, and it worked really well with her personality as well. I'm glad that she got the fake bitch. Milk's introduction thing was just way over the top. And all off, like, I mean, I kind of get what he was going for then, but it was just, I'll give it to Milk, the outfit that he had chosen with the leaves in the hair, and it looked good, and he could have used that pretty well, but everything was just so all over the top. It needed to be subtle hints and subtle crazy eyes and subtle stuff, but it was just too much. And in fact, I kind of feel like Aja would have done a really good job as the stalker because that's essentially what she was doing. I am so glad that Kennedy killed this because in the last challenge, she just really fell flat. And I'm glad that she was around because this is the kind of shit that Kennedy shines in. And seeing that, they're so funny. Like, I know that, I want to get into this just a little bit more in a second, but I know that you and me really wanted Trixie to be in the top. And yes, she was robbed, but not by Kennedy and not by Ben. She was robbed by Milk. But watching it and coming it all together, Ben and Kennedy were totally the top 2. They did such a good job, but Kennedy, it was funny. It was so friggin' funny. But with her entrance, she didn't really even do that much. Just her costume kind of like pulled her along the way. Well, she didn't really need to have to do anything at all other than walk to the door with that fat ass. Shangela and Chi-Chi's intro section, Shangela was doing a fantastic job. She had a character down. She knew who she was. She figured it out. So there's nothing wrong with Shangela whatsoever. But we obviously know that Chi-Chi fell short for reasons of everything that she explained during the episode, but she was given such an easy role in terms of there were things that Jeffrey was setting up for her that she just didn't jump on. Like, how's your head? Everyone knows that the answer to that, I like to say I've had several complaints, but what the answer is just I've had no complaints. And what would have been good is what I need. What she needed to do was she could have done the really bad answer like, oh, whatever mother wants me to do, and let it kind of sit flat. But she needed to slip in some way because the whole idea was that she was really into Jeffrey, but Shangela was really into Chi-Chi. So what she should have done is like when they were walking away, she needed to run back without Shangela seeing it and it did that same kind of deep voice where it was like, no complaints or something. I don't know, but she could have done the two things where she was trying to please Shangela, but at the same time gave the right answer. She had to know the right answer. Everyone knows the right answer. I think I've already touched base on this, but I was so, sorry. I was so excited for Trixie to come in and do her thing because this is like what we've been waiting for Trixie to do, you know, since she came back on AllStar. This is a time for us to see her being Trixie and funny, and I am so pissed that Milk took that away from us. Like, there were some elements as well where Trixie was looking pissed, and it worked with her character to look pissed, but I don't think she was acting. I wouldn't have been acting. That was so annoying. This was like, Trixie would have had this in the bag if she could have had more time to land the jokes. I feel like she definitely would have been at the top 2 somehow. Although I don't really know who she would have taken out, Kennedy or Ben. Maybe Ben? Maybe neither. But she definitely, I think, would have been in the top if she was able to land some more jokes. And that's what I'm really pissed about, is because Snatch Game next week she's gonna do really well in. I hope. That'll be the, could you imagine if that was the win? Such a Trixie fanboy. Kennedy, like the whole thing was hilarious, but when she fell on the floor and screamed, I'm a man. And I feel like the messier they got, like Ben got so messy and Kennedy got really messy as well. Like, they got Jeffrey messy, they got themselves messy. I feel like the messier and more outrageous they got, the funnier it was. So with Shangela and Chi-Chi, there was this whole thing going on where I really feel like Shangela was trying to help Chi-Chi as much as she possibly could. Chi-Chi had so many options given to her during the introduction, like that first thing, and then in the hot tub. Shangela, I think, and I don't know if they had like a discussion before they started or what it was, but I think she was going under the water so that she could give Chi-Chi a chance to really hit on Jeffrey and play to the character strengths. And she didn't, she just sat there and laughed at what Shangela was going under the water. So during the whole back thing, like, there was a lot of different things happening. Milk, I have no idea what kind of world he was in where he thought he did well. That's all very weird, but I was so surprised that during some moments in that back room area that Trixie just didn't snap at Milk. But there was a little moment while Milk was walked away and Trixie just kind of was like, he was so loud and over the top. But I was so surprised that, like, especially when he had said, oh, Trixie and I had this amazing dynamic. I'm surprised she didn't go, bitch, what scene were you in? So I feel like Greenlight would be a really hard song to lip sync to, like do something, like Ben was saying, okay, in the last lip sync, I did something that was a bit gimmicky. Now I really need to show him a lip sync thing. And I feel like Greenlight would be really hard to really bust a move to. Like, Kennedy did exactly what I feel like was the right thing to do with that song. Something emotional, something emotive that was telling a story, and she was telling a story with the outfit and the hair. Like, Kennedy had really thought that performance through, but Ben was kind of, it was almost like business as usual because she's been in the top so much now. But it was just like, okay, I'm gonna hit the dance floor and do this. But it just wasn't the song to do like any death drops or anything to. Oh, and when the hair went over her head and she was caught in it all, right at that point, I think we all knew that this is not Ben's lip sync. So when Kennedy chose Milk to go home, I was not shocked at all. I just think Kennedy was sick of Milk. I just think, like, she was sick of the attitude. She was sick of all of him in general, and to be honest, I'm fine with Chi-Chi staying. I know that Chi-Chi was probably meant to go home this week. Yeah, she really should have over Milk. Especially if you think about it, like with the discussion she had with Ben, she really wanted to be there. Chi Chi was basically saying, send me home. She probably should have gone home. Milk really wanted to be there, really passionate about being there. Chi Chi not so much. So I think in all fairness, Milk probably should have stayed, but I'm really fine that she's gone because she was getting real freaking annoying. I hope she doesn't come back. I mean, not that she's not deserving of coming back. Her personality was really sucking the life out of it. Kind of. It was confusing. It's good drama though, but you know what I mean. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this kind of videos and you're new here, I make these videos every week. You watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you come back and we recap it together and we talk. There's a whole community around these videos. If you'd like to meet some new friends that like RuPaul's Drag Race and all other kind of pop culture stuff, you can totes join the Discord channel, which is in the description below, so make sure to check that out. And until next time, guys, just don't be an asshole. Okay, bye guys.